What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming at you with this week's. What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming at you with this month's new player video. I like to do this video every month because the game changes a little bit every month, and that can greatly affect how you start your account. So if you're new to DLE and you don't know who we are, welcome. We are Twitch streamers originally, and then we opened a YouTube channel, and we've been having a lot of fun doing meta analysis and helping people get a start in the game, because we like to help people get a start in the game because it's a game we love, and if we help you get a good start in it, it's gonna be a game that you love, and then hopefully you support us in the long term. So what we like to do every month is take a look at what we feel is the best way to start your account in Duel Links. Now, we do it a little bit different than you might see on other channels or in other Discords, and we like to take a very long-term approach. It's very conservative, and for some reason, it's very controversial just because we're not rushing you into the game. We're going to tell you to take it easy and take your time and build a good, steady account. And we do a staples first account or approach, and you may wonder what that means. Is staple cards are cards that have been in the game for a long time. You can put them into any deck. They're not really subject to the ban list except one, which I'll explain later. And they're just great. You can use them in any deck. So if you get a deck and it gets power crept, or Konami puts out a ban list which hurts your deck, you can just take the cards that we're getting now and put them in your next deck and you'll be just fine, okay? So that's why we have a staples first approach. And so I do have 5 bits of advice that I like to do every month, and that is the first bit of advice for new players, and that is get your staples. It's the most important thing, and I just explained why, because if you have these as a foundation for your account will always be relevant no matter how the meta changes. It's very important to have these cards, and we'll go over what they are in a little bit, okay? So second on the list for bits of advice, don't buy a deck right away. A lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you're playing Duel Links, and you can be like, what should I do? And they're gonna tell you to get into a deck right away. And when I say buy, that could just be with gems in game or with current real life money. I would just say hold off, and the reason we do that is because you want to wait until you understand the game a little bit better, because if you go in and get a deck right away, you might be wasting real life money or wasting gems, and that's not something you want to do. You want to understand how the game works, what your play style is, things like that, then approach a deck. So you want to be able to do, a little research on it, okay? Third bit of advice is be wary of advice of people like me, because there's going to be a lot of people in the comments of this video or on Reddit. Please avoid Reddit at all costs. They'll say, you'll be like, oh, what deck should I get? And they're just going to shotgun whatever they like to play. You should get this deck. You should get that deck. And they're not really finding out anything about you. I usually make the comparison, like if you were to say to somebody, hey, I'm hungry tonight, I want to get pizza, what should I get? And they're like, you should get meat lovers. And you're like, well, I'm a vegetarian. What just happened there is they just told you what they would like to have for pizza that night. They didn't find out anything about you. They didn't ask you how much money do you have to spend on pizza, what kind of dietary restrictions you might have. And the same thing applies to Duel Links. It's like, what's your card pool? How much money can you spend on the game? How much time are you going to spend grinding the game? Things like that. What's your play style? Do you want to play control? Do you want to play OTK? So it's really good. That's what we like to do is have you get in our Discord. It's free, don't worry, and get free advice, and we'll help you, find what deck is best for you. Where I think a lot of times when you're in comment sections or on Reddit or something, people are just like, get this deck, it's OP, it's awesome. Just be really wary of advice like that, all right? Fourth bit of advice is don't believe everything you see. This goes to YouTube videos. There are a lot of YouTube videos where the decks are a lot of entertaining decks, and you just got to be able to discern between entertaining decks and then what is a good deck to play on the ladder or in competitive play, okay? And there's nothing wrong with entertaining decks. It's just the problem is you might see a YouTube video where a guy gets lots of wins, and then you're just like, I gotta get that deck, and then you get it, and you're like, oh, this deck isn't as good as I thought, and it's because maybe the person that made the video is a really good player, or they just cherry picked their wins. Maybe they didn't tell you where they were on the ladder, things like that. So just don't believe everything you see, and just take a very measured approach. And that ties right into the last bit of advice, which is do your research. So make sure that you don't believe everything you see. Talk to people on our Discord. Get in other Discords. You don't have to just listen to us. Talk to everybody you can. Watch videos, find out about a deck, and see if it's right for you. Then go into it, because the problem with this game is you're going to be spending a lot of time and or money, real life money. Okay, if you want to do it free to play, you're gonna have to grind gems, and you're gonna spend a lot of time doing that. So you don't want to just buy a deck just willy nilly and then find out you don't like it and just be like, I spent 40 hours grinding gems for this deck and now I don't even like it. And then same thing with real life money. If you spend it and you're like, I don't like this deck, I just spent $100 on it. Man, I have buyer's remorse. So make sure to do your research, okay? All right, so in the next portions of the videos, we're going to start talking about staple cards, and then we're going to start building the deck. So we'll start with the staple cards. All right, so these are the staple cards that we're always talking about, all right? So this is the Paleozoic. This is a great card. It's been around for a very long time. You want 3 of these. It's a great flip down card. It can be revived from the grave. It's got a lot of great effects. We can go into that a lot more in another video, but Paleozoic, you want 3 of those. Another one that you want is Floodgate Trap Hole. This is another card very similar to Canadia, has different uses. You want to have 3 of these as well, because usually either Canadia is hot or Floodgate is hot. It's usually one or the other, but you can play both in the same deck, but usually it's meta dependent. You want to have 3 of each of these, okay? The next one that we always recommend is Cosmic Cyclone. This is the best back row removal in the game. Now, you'll see that it is an ultra rare and it is limited to 3. That is because of a very specific interaction it had in a deck. But for the most part, this won't be limited in most decks that you'll be playing. So getting 3 of these is fine. I highly recommend having 3 Cosmic Cyclone. Okay. And then the other one we were recommending, the paperclip that we were recommending was Karma Cut. Remember, we got one of those with that ticket. You can get another one. Do not get more than 2 until we see the next ban list, and then we'll know for certain if it's safe to get 3, but it's more than likely going to be semi-limited to 2. So you can buy into the box and get 2 of these. Okay. And then another one that people really like, you're going to see a lot of play is in Forbidden Lands. This is not in a great box, okay? But you can get this card, and this is a really hot one. I recommend it at 3. You could probably get away with 2. All right, so I'm just going to run over that again. So you want 3 Canadia, 3 Floodgate, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 2 Karma Cut, and probably 2 Forbidden Lands. Okay, so those are the staple cards. So now we're going to get into the next portion of the videos where we're going to start getting your account started. So let me pull up my game here real quick and then we'll get moving. Okay, so what I have here is a login screen. This is the 4th anniversary ticket login bonus. This is where you're going to get some things that we call dream tickets. And I'm showing this screen because a lot of people ask, I don't have the dream tickets yet. Where are they? Why don't I have them? And right here, this is day 4 on this account. On day 2 and day 4, you're going to get dream tickets. On day 2, you're going to get a ultra rare dream ticket, and then on day 4 you're going to get a super rare dream ticket, and this is what they look like. This is what the SR dream ticket looks like. See how it's got the blue eyes white dragon head, or the ultimate blue eyes white dragon head right there on it. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. SR dream ticket received. They are different than regular tickets. Okay, that's one of the biggest questions people have when they come into our Discord. So right here, see here, this is the UR one on day 2. See how it looks a bit different than this UR ticket. See the difference? And same thing here with this with the super rares. All right. So those are your dream tickets, and we got to use them wisely. Okay. Those are worth. Some people say they're worth like $100 because they allow you to basically pull a card out of a box. There's certain boxes that you can do it from, and it saves you money from or gems from having to pluck those cards. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build what's called an Amazon deck. And this is very important because a lot of people in the comments are going to be complaining. They're just going to flash forward into the video to see what deck I recommend. This is not your long-term deck. This is only a deck that you're going to use to farm PvP, which is, PvE, player versus environment, the auto dueling portion of the game. You can use it for PvP. You will get wins. It will last you a while. It won't last you forever. And you'll be able to play all the events with this deck, okay? And that's why we use this, because we can do it all with tickets. There's no gems, and it's a great way to start your account. Now, the first thing we want to do to get our Amazons is this prismatic ticket. We want to go in here and grab the Amazoness Paladin. Now she's an ultra rare, but she doesn't appear under every different type of ticket. See, there's different type of tickets in the game, and she only appears under certain ones, okay? So we want to grab her with the ultra rare prismatic ticket. That way we get one of her, okay? And then all these super rares right here, these login ticket bonuses, this is where we can get the rest of the deck. We're going to grab a Sage. We're going to grab 2 Amazonosaurus women. You can only have 2 anyways. I'm going to remove one there. See, there's a limit 2 for your deck, and we can explain that in another video. Or if you have any questions, get in the Discord. We can answer that there. And then a tiger. We need one of those. And then let's see here. We need to get, there was a willpower in there, but let's go down here. App install appreciation. Let's see. We need 2 of these willpower. This will be nice. And then I think that's everything for the super rares, right? And then all right. And the next one we're going to need is going to be Amazon Princess. She's under an ultra rare. So we're going to grab that from down here. We need 3 of these. This is a starter card in our deck. So this is very important to have. So we're going to grab 3 of these. Okay. And then we're going to start using the ultra rare or the dream tickets. Now, like I said, these are very important cards to have, or very important to use. And we have a new player council, as we call them. We sit around, we talk about what are the best cards to grab. And it's right here. We're going to have you grab a Floodgate Trap Hole, because this is a great control card. You're going to love having it. And it's good to have in your collection. We have no problems having you get this card right away. And the box that it's in isn't the best, so it's good to get this right away. And then the SR Dream Ticket, we're gonna have you grab. I'm gonna look it up here so we don't search all day for it. We're gonna have you grab a Karma Cut. Okay, now this is a card that's more than likely going to be on the next ban list that's coming up. We expect it to come out in a couple of weeks if you're watching this video right when it comes out. We had what's called the KC Cup. That's now done. Usually within 2 weeks we get a ban list. This card people think will be limited to 2, which means you can only play up to 2 of this card in your deck along with other cards that are limited to 2. All right. So only get 2 of those. We call this one more of a paper clip right now because they're staples. Get it? And then paper clips are pretty good. Karma Cut's just that good that we have no problem with you getting that card right away. Now, while we're here, we could grab some back row cards that we're going to use in the deck. Again, these won't be long-term cards, but they're ones that we can use for right now, and I'll show you those right down here. Metal Morph. We'll just grab a couple of those. There's good protection cards that we're just starting the game out with. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go spend the gems that I've acquired. So I've done login bonuses. I've leveled up to stage 7 here. I've got Taya. I've unlocked Taya, so you want to do that. And I've leveled her up to stage 16, and I'll show you real quick. The reason you want to level her up right here is because at level 4, she has a skill that we're going to use on this deck called Holy Guard. Okay, and you can just continue to level her up and get all these gems. Typically, you want to level your characters up to level 30, okay? These the DM world, it's called Duel Monsters from the show. If you've seen the show, Duel Monsters is the game in the show, and that's what this world is called. The first starting world is DM world. They go up to level 30, right? So that's where the best gem rewards are. I mean, they go up to like level 45, but the best gem rewards for time investment is up to level 30. You'll get all the gems, and you get a 50 gem bonus for getting to level 30, okay? After that, the amount of experience to climb each level keeps going up and up and up, but the rewards aren't as good. Because if you look here, yeah, there's, look, 250, 200, 100, so that's a lot of gems right there. But once you get up there, it's like 45,000 experience to move up a level, where down here it's like 15,000. So, I mean, it's 3 times the work for, like, you know, not half the rewards, but not as good as rewards, or the same rewards, you know. So just get to level 30 on all your DM characters. That's all these guys down here. You'll be able to do unlock missions, get all these guys up to level 30, and save those gems. Okay, so we got Taya, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here to the store, and we're gonna go into the Valiant Souls box. Okay, this is where people start getting controversial with us. They start getting upset because we still recommend this box, because there's a card in here that's been out for a very long time, and it's a very good card. When I first started doing this video, people said, Circus, you're crazy. How can you recommend this card to people? It's garbage. It's now one of the hottest cards in the game because it is a staple card, and that's what staple cards do. They come and go in the meta, but they're always going to be relevant, and that is the case with Paleozoic Canadia right now. So we have no problem recommending that you get 3 of these. Now, when you go into this, you have to accept that this card may be at the bottom of the box. That is part of this game. That's how this game works, okay? That's how they get you to spend money, because you're going to feel frustrated that you spent all this time farming gems and the card you want is at the bottom, okay? You might get lucky. It might be at the top, but you have to accept that every time you try to get the card you want, it's going to be at the bottom, all right? Because that's one of the complaints that people have. with the game is, oh, it's always at the bottom. You just have to accept that. All right. Now we're going to try to pull one here. I have never pulled one ever in these videos. So send me some luck while we do it, and we'll see if we can get one. We want a Paleozoic Canadia. We did not get one, but there's also some cards in this box that we're going to use, and I'll show you that once we get them. All right. That's another reason we recommend the Amazoness deck, and that's another reason we're going into this box, and I'll show you that just a second here. We're pulling for the Canadia. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It never looks good, folks. Oh, still nothing. Still nothing. Come on now. This is the one. This is the one, right? Okay, this is the one. This is not the one. All right. Come on. Okay, we got like 2 pulls left. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Oh, this is a good card right here to pull. That's good to hang on to. Not what we wanted though. All right. Okay. This is it. Okay. This is the one. Skip. This is not the one. Okay. All right. Okay. So I want to go over here. Oh, we'll do 4 packs. Okay. A lot of people have questions with the box and purchasing cards out of the box, and we did not get it, but that's okay. It never happens. It never happens. Now, what you want out of this box more than anything is this Canadia. Once you get it, you can reset the box. You do not need anything else in this box. All right. There's some other decks when you talk to our new player helpers that they might recommend out of this box, but to start with, this is all you want. You get this card. You come up here, you hit this red button, reset the box, okay? Don't feel bad about it. This is what we want right here. More than anything in the world. That's the only thing we want. Now, to play our Amazon deck, you will get these along the way like I just did. Amazon Onslaught, this is a must for the deck. It's one of the best cards in the deck, but you're going to get that along the way when you're trying to get that Canadia, all right? And then you're going to want a baby tiger, and there he is. We're going to get one of those along the way, and we just did, so that's good. And then there's other cards in here. We got a double cyclone. We can use that. And then I'm not sure, did we get an Amazoness heirloom? We'll have to check once we get to the card pool. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start building the deck, and then I'll be right back when I'm done. All right. Okay, so this is the Amazon deck. Now this is just using cards that we just got with tickets, and then while we're trying to get the Canadia, some of the other cards, right? So here's that Amazoness Paladin, remember? Got one of those with the prismatic. There's our princess. We have 3 of those. 2 of the swordswomen. And then we got the Amazoness Sage. And then we got the tiger, the Amazoness tiger, and then the baby tiger, okay? This was from the box, along with the baby tiger was from the box as well. The double cyclone was from the box. The Amazoness Fighting Spirit. Remember, this was our dream ticket. This was a dream ticket. These were all just regular tickets, Same here with the metal morphs. This was from that box. Oop, want to put that back in. And then we got the shield spear. I got this from doing the bingo missions. I can show you that quick. But yeah, so this deck is, completely free, just tickets and a few gems. I didn't really spend a lot of gems. It was at like less than 3,000 gems. You got this Amazoness deck. It's going to do great. And then I'm using Holy Guard. You just come in here after you level your Taya up to level 4, and you have Holy Guard. Now, this is a big thing, the little pro tip here for you. Even though we're not going to be using this extra deck right away, you can put some Xyz monsters into this later on once you level up and get some. But what you always want to do is put some monsters in your extra deck just so your opponent thinks you might be using it. Because if you play against somebody that doesn't have an extra deck, you know they're not going to be summoning from it. But if you have 5 cards sitting there, they got to think, oh, maybe he's going to summon from that. And they got to be careful, all right? So this is a starting deck. We do have 2 previous how to play Amazon videos. I'll link those in the description below so you can check those out. But this is actually a pretty strong, this is probably the strongest Amazon starting deck that I've done since I started doing these videos. So yeah, so there's your starting deck, and you just jump in and you can just start auto dueling with this thing here. We'll do an auto duel with it, show you how it's done. You can do rewards 3 like I have here if you want, if you just want to skip through, or you might want to put your rewards ×1 if you want to try to get missions done, things like that. But this Amazon deck is great for farming. It's great for PvP, going on the ladder with it. And the computer knows how to play it real well. And especially when you're at these lower levels, it's great. So there you go. And already a computer just in there. taking care of business. And as you can see, this deck is great, and you'll do very well, especially like in bronze, silver, gold. You'll be doing just fine. You'll slow down a little bit when you get into platinum, and then legend, you're just going to get your butt kicked with this deck. But by then, you should have all the gems you need to get a decent real deck, as we call it. And that's where we want you to get in the Discord and then get some advice. All right, that's what it's there for. It's free. The advice is free. We just hope that we support you, you support us. That's all. You know what I mean? All right. So there was one other thing I wanted to show you, because I know this is the free to play video, but I am going to entice you a little bit here to check out, if we fall down the stairs fast enough here, and the Karibos. There's lots of clicking in this game. Okay. That's great. That's great. And we got to talk to the person we just beat. Okay, Jay, that's great. Okay, if you go in here, now this is up to you. I have no problem spending money in the game. The game's been around for, what, 4 years now? There's these things down here. If you click on special and you go to bundles, if you got like 20 bucks, you can really make save yourself some time, and there's some just great deals. Right here. Floodgate. Remember we spent a dream ticket on that? For $5, you can get a floodgate, a mat, and then 10 packs from the most recent box. And the most recent box isn't that bad, okay? There's some great XZ's monsters you can get in there and actually put in this deck that you're using. So that's a good deal. Don't go after photons. Don't go chasing photons. People will be like, photons OP. It's not worth chasing, okay? If you're getting these bundles and you get some cards, that's a different story, but don't go chasing photons, all right? They're a flavor of the month deck. Here you go. Here's another Canadian. You could get a Canadian. You buy this and you get 10 packs, and then let's say you snag another Canadian from the box. You already have 2 and you're already on your way. Cosmic Cyclone. This is another one of the staples. I'm going to go over all those here in a second. You get $5. You get 10 packs from the new box and the Cosmic Cyclone. The Spirit Karibo, another great card to have. $5. And you get 10 packs from the new box. That's actually really good pricing on the packs themselves, okay? It's basically half price. So I would recommend the Karibo, the Cosmic Cyclone, Canadia, the Floodgate. The Drowning Mirror Force isn't bad, but, you know, you could skip it. It's not going to hurt you. So, yeah, that's everything. Okay, and I just want to go over the staple cards one more time. Remember, 3 Canadia, 3 Floodgate, 3 Cosmic Cyclone, 2 Karma Cut, and then 2 Forbidden Lance. All right, those last 2 focus on, you know, after you get the whole, we call the Holy Trinity, okay? Canadia, Floodgate, Cosmic Cyclone. All right, so if you get those cards and you start your account and start saving gems, you're going to be very happy with this system. Get in our Discord. Let us know what you think of the system, if you used it, and how it worked for you, because I think we have a lot of people are using it. We get a lot of great feedback about it, and I hope it helps you get a good start to the game. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, but what you need to do is get in our Discord, because that's where we host all of our tournaments. You can come check them out on Twitch. They're free. The Discord is free. The new player help is free. I hope to see you in there soon. I'm Circus. I'm getting out of here, and I'll see you next time.